Right now, there are people in your life who know more about you than you know about them. They know what makes you nervous. They know what gets you talking. They know what you'll do to fill silence. And they know this because you always speak first. You text first. You call first. You start the conversations. You keep them alive. You explain yourself. You apologize first. You break the silence because it feels like pressure on your chest, so you relieve it, for everyone. And you pay for it, with your time, with your energy, with your self-respect. The ones who never speak first, who never rush to fill the silence, who seem calm and unbothered. They hold a power you feel, but don't understand. They respond when they want. They disappear when they want. They never double text. They never chase. They watch you move toward them, and they never step closer than they have to. You keep wondering why you're always the one who cares more, why you're always the one initiating, why you're always the one feeling anxious when messages slow down, why you're the one replaying conversations in your head at night. It's not that they're better than you, it's that they're playing a different game. You were raised to believe that speaking first is confidence, that reaching out shows courage, that keeping the peace is admirable. So you became the one who smooths over tension, who asks if everything is okay, who sends the just checking in messages. But here's the part no one told you. In a world of status and power, the one who speaks first often reveals the most, shows the most investment, shows the most anxiety, and that information gets used. The systems around you, the social norms, the dating rules, the workplace games, they are all built on one brutal truth. The person who cares less controls more, and the person who speaks first shows more. You didn't fail because you are kind, you failed because you are predictable. People who never speak first are not always shy, insecure, or lazy. Many of them are deliberate, silent by design. They understand that the first move reveals position, the first word reveals interest, the first apology reveals who needs who more. Centuries ago, one man watched power up close. He saw princes, popes, generals, and courtiers playing these games in courts and palaces. He saw that words, timing, silence, and initiative were weapons. His name became a warning for anyone who got too close to the truth about power. Niccolò Machiavelli. Machiavelli did not write about being nice, he wrote about being effective. He observed that appearances, silence, and calculated action mattered more than honesty, sincerity, or good intentions. He witnessed how those who spoke too soon or too freely gave their enemies the information they needed. He wrote, "Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand. Remember that. People judge what they see, not what is hidden." They see who reaches out first, they see who apologizes first, they see who cracks under silence. They judge your value and position based on that, long before they know your heart. So let's dissect the dark psychology of people who never speak first, and turn it into armor for you. First principle. Silence is a mirror that exposes need. Think about that person you text constantly. When you stop initiating, what happens? Most of the time, nothing. The conversation dies, not because they were busy, not because they forgot, but because you were the engine the entire time. I will stop rescuing dead conversations. People who never speak first understand this. They let silence stretch. They let the other person reveal who needs the connection more. They don't rush in to fix the discomfort because they know the one who breaks first usually has the weaker position. The dark psychology here is simple. Silence is a test. When they don't reach out, they watch to see if you will. When you always do, they know you fear loss more than they do. They know you care more. They know you are emotionally invested, and they are not. Your action. Stop interrupting silence. Choose one relationship in your life where you always speak first, then stop. Wait, watch. Notice who truly values you and who only values you when you chase. Drop this in the comments. I will stop rescuing dead conversations. Second principle. Those who never speak first are gathering information, not seeking comfort. In social settings, you might, rush to talk, to tell stories, to impress, to be liked. You reveal your job, your goals, your fears, your opinions. You fill the air because you think, well, being interesting keeps you safe. The quiet one watches. They don't offer much. They ask simple questions, or none at all. They let you talk, and as you talk, you hand them a map. Your triggers, your vanity, your ambitions, your insecurities. I will listen like a strategist, not talk like a performer. The psychology is brutal. People who talk less often know more. They stay in the dark while you stand in the spotlight. In power games, the one in the shadows sees more angles. Your action practice collecting data before offering it. In your next conversation, talk 30% less. Ask short questions and let others reveal themselves. Listen for what they brag about, what they defend, what makes them emotional. Say less. Observe more. Third principle. Never speaking first creates perceived higher value. You've seen it in dating, the person who replies slowly, who rarely double texts, who doesn't blow up your phone, even when you pull away. You think about them more. You check for their messages more. You wonder what they're doing more. Now think about the person always messaging you, always available, always reaching out. You appreciate it, maybe, but you don't chase it. You don't lose sleep over it. Why? Because there's no scarcity. My attention is earned, not assumed. People who never speak first understand this, consciously or not. By default, they position themselves as the one who must be reached. They make you do the work, and in your mind, that often translates into, they must be more valuable, more busy, more important. The dark psychology. Humans assign higher value to what is harder to access. If they never come to you, and you always come to them, you are telling them who is higher. Your action. Reverse the pattern. Stop immediately rewarding others with constant outreach. Make your communication measured, intentional, spaced out. You don't have to play games. You simply stop offering your attention on demand. Fourth principle. People who never speak first avoid the vulnerability of initiative. The first message, the first call, the first we need to talk, the first apology. These moves reveal who is willing to risk rejection. Most men confuse taking all the initiative with strength. Sometimes it is, but often, it's need. The ones who never speak first refuse to carry that vulnerability. They wait for you to knock. They wait for you to reach. They wait for you to confront. So if something collapses, they can always say, "You're the one who wanted this. You're the one who kept coming back." The psychology initiative exposes emotional investment. The more initiative you take, the more you show your cards, your action. Become more selective about when you take initiative. In business and growth, yes, take action, move first. In emotional dynamics where respect is unclear, hold back. Let others reveal their investment too. This knowledge is for protection, not destruction. The goal is not to become cold, it's to stop bleeding for those who don't care if you live or die. I will not trade my dignity for reassurance. Fifth principle. The people who never speak first are comfortable letting you feel uncertain. You know that knot in your stomach when someone doesn't reply, when the chat goes silent. When you don't know where you stand, you hate that feeling, so you rush to fix it. You send another message. You soften your tone. You try harder. The quiet ones don't rescue you from that discomfort. They let you sit in it. Why? Because your anxiety works in their favor. A person afraid of uncertainty will accept worse treatment just to feel secure again. The dark psychology is that anxiety is leverage. If they learn that your fear of losing them is stronger than your fear of losing yourself, they can do anything, and you will stay. Your action. Train your tolerance for uncertainty. When you feel that urge to check in, to double text, to clear the air immediately, pause. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of right now? Losing them or facing myself? If someone can only be kept by you sacrificing your dignity, they are not a loss. Sixth principle. They let you define the relationship, then hold you to it. You're the one who says, I'll always be there. You're the one who says, you can call me anytime. You're the one who says, I don't want to lose you. You're the one who says, I'll do whatever it takes. They say very little. They let you label yourself. Friend, supporter, ride or die. They let you pledge loyalty without matching it. Then, when you finally ask for the same energy back, they remind you of your role. The psychology. People use your own words to trap you in expectations you created. They never had to promise anything. They just had to let you promise everything. Your action, stop declaring loyalty before it's reciprocated. Stop promising unconditional presence to people who have never proven they can stand beside you in your lowest moments. Let your actions, not your speeches, show what you are. And let others reveal what they are through time, not talk. Seventh principle. They protect their inner life from being defined by others. People who never speak first often have one final advantage. They are not constantly available to be influenced. They're not always in your inbox, on your calls, in your chats. So they spend more time in their own head, on their own schedule, on their own thoughts. You, on the other hand, might constantly wait for a reply. You open your phone, hoping someone responds. Your mood rises and falls depending on their attention. You become reactive, not intentional. My value is built, not begged for. The dark psychology. If your sense of self is tied to external responses, you will always be controlled by those who give or withhold them. People who do not speak first guard themselves against that dependency, whether consciously or not. Your action build a life where responses are a bonus, not oxygen. Fill your time with improvement, training, strategy, building. Let your worth come from the man you're becoming, not the notifications you're receiving. Now, understand this. Being the one who never speaks first can come from fear, ego, or genuine strategy. The point isn't to copy their behavior blindly. The point is to stop letting your predictability feed other people's power over you. You can still reach out, you can still care, you can still speak first sometimes, but you will no longer do it from desperation. You will do it from choice. Feel this in your bones. The version of you who was always first to text, first to call, first to apologize, first to fold, that version was built to be used. He was rewarded for being available, obedient, and easy to read. He was never rewarded with real respect. The old you is dead. From this moment, you start moving differently. You let silence expose the truth. You let people reveal their effort. You stop pouring energy into black holes. You stop explaining your worth and start embodying it. You are a weapon, pointed at your own future. Not a tool others pick up when they're bored and drop when they're done. A weapon chooses its target. A weapon doesn't fire out of loneliness. Your attention, your presence, your words, they will be deliberate now. Measured, valuable. You belong to no one. Not to the person who only answers when you reach out. Not to the group that only remembers you when they need something. Not to the boss, partner, or friend who counts on you to be the one who always breaks first. You can walk away from any dynamic that demands your self-abandonment as the price of connection. If this hit you, it's because somewhere inside, you've known the truth. You've known you were over-investing. You've known you were always the one reaching. You've known you were tired of chasing people who would never cross the room for you. I'm not here to beg you to subscribe. You're not a child. You don't need me to convince you. You already know whether you need more of this in your life. More dark clarity, more power philosophy, more ruthless honesty about human behavior. Subscribing isn't about helping a channel. It's about deciding what kind of voice you want in your mind when the world is trying to weaken you. If you want to keep feeding the patterns that drain you, scroll away. If you want to keep sharpening the part of you that refuses to be used, you know what to do. Now answer this, with brutal honesty, in the comments. In what relationship have you been speaking first for far too long? And what will you do differently the next time silence shows you the truth?